This is really good. She called me and she was like, Elijah's not answering my phone calls. Is he okay? I was like, yeah, he's fine. And I'm like, Elijah, TT, that's what he called her. You know, she said, you're not answering my phone calls. He was like, I don't want to.
That's Tasha, that's Steph. Let's go ahead and fill in the rest. We gon' eat a little, prank a little. Our story time is the best. Have you LOL when you click play? No, this ain't no clickbait.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing today? I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing a chili cheese nacho mukbang for y'all today. Hope you guys like it. All right, so can y'all sing it for me? I really don't want to this time. So
let's get into the video.
all right, you guys, so I already said I had chili cheese nachos here. Today's topic, you guys, is gonna be, a lot of people have been asking me about the relationship with the person that I had Elijah with. So I'm gonna tell y'all about that today when I get into my story. First, I'm just gonna dress up my nachos. It's homemade chili and, I'm sorry, let me do the Nicocado avocado. That shit funny. Homemade chili and quesadilla queso cheese or whatever it's called. I don't know how to put this sour cream on right, so it's just gonna go like this. Bam. And then I got some green onions and habanero. I'm just gonna throw that on here. Now before Stephanie gets on my case, let me do a thumbnail. Hope she don't put the smiley one in there. Oh, should I put like something under here so y'all can see it better? Yep, a plate.
You guys need some hot sauce?
Oh, hell no!
She came over here aggressive though. This is Taco Bell fire sauce, y'all. Yeah. Good? All right, y'all. So I'm gonna get into these nachos and then start the topic in a little while. Look at that cheese. Bomb. If y'all want the chili recipe, we have a chili recipe. All you gotta do is search Steph and Tasha and then type chili recipe. It's from a while back. Anything you guys actually want to see, you can type Steph and Tasha and then in YouTube search type Steph and Tasha and then anything that you think we may have done or you want to see from us, and if we've done it, it'll show up. This is good. So, I already said it. All this is chili and sharp cheddar mixed with quesadilla queso cheese. I got this cheese because I thought it was gonna give you guys like cheese pullage, but it ain't really doing that. This is ground turkey and beans, pinto beans. Steph already did her solo earlier today. Right now, she is doing taxes. I gotta get some more sleep, y'all. I'll be playing games with my sleep. Both me and Stephanie. What's annoying about it is the nights that she's up late, I'm asleep. And the nights that I'm up late, she's asleep. So we kind of miss each other. But the good thing about it is we get to spend all day together. Some people would get annoyed by, I'm guessing, some, because what I've heard, or maybe it's not, maybe it's just from unhappy people, or I don't really know. I'm not saying that because maybe it's regular people, but I remember somebody telling me, how can you spend all day, you know, with this person? Don't you get tired? I don't get tired of her. And then just because we're all together all day doesn't mean we're actually spending time together. So it's different. It's not like young teenage kids that get to spend all day together and don't do anything else but kiss. For real, teenagers can get long as hell. I don't know how long. I'm telling you. I don't know how y'all do it. I used the battery that wasn't all the way charged, y'all. I know Stephanie be panicking. I was expecting her to say something. Maybe she didn't hear me. This is really good. I've never used this kind of cheese, but it's bomb. So, for those of you that are bored, I've been sitting here for about 8 minutes and not talking. I'm gonna tell y'all a story. So this is gonna reveal my age, if you can count. This is what happened to Elijah's other parent, who it was initially his other parent, but I never claimed her as his other parent, so anybody who's saying that, y'all can stop saying it. I never claimed that. Not even then. So anyway, when I was 21, I met this female. She was 18 years older than me. She lied to me about her age though. So that was the first red flag. I thought she was several years younger than what she actually was. She said that her son was several years younger than what he actually was. I have no idea why. Her son was handicapped. So with that, it was easy for her to lie because he couldn't tell me that she was lying, you know? I'm in this relationship with this liar. End up moving in with her. Now, I didn't know that she was a liar. I know all this now. So anyway, end up moving in with her after a couple months, straight up U-hauled, okay? I'm 21, I didn't really have nothing going on at the time because I had got out of, I was in a bad place at that time when I met her. And ended up U-hauling, moving in with her. She told me she was an RN when I first met her, but she never went to work. She told me she was on vacation. I was like, okay, cool. After months, she still never went to work. So I finally just let it go and assumed she just lied, but I still stayed. Red flag. We were together for a year when we started talking about having a kid. I personally had always wanted a kid for whatever reason, and when I got with her and we talked about it, I thought she would be a good person for me to have a kid with. I have no idea why, because she was a liar. She had lied about those things, so my mind was just, I don't know what I was doing. Anyway, I had always been the type that knew when I have a child, you know, even though I'm a lesbian and the other person is supposed to be the other parent and this and that, you're not my child's other parent unless you prove you're my child's other parent. So we decided I was gonna be the one to have the kid because she was 40. I was 21 and she was, I don't know, 18 years older than that. I know when she graduated, I wasn't born yet. When she graduated high school, I wasn't born yet. So we planned on the kid. I had the kid. Ooh, that's a good little piece of cheese. It's gonna make me constipated as hell. While I was pregnant, we got into an argument. She choked me. I ain't gonna lie, I did slap her first. So I'm not gonna leave that out. I slapped her. I can't remember what the problem was, but I did slap her and she choked me for a while and kind of like, anyway, that was that. Next red flag. In our relationship, she tape recorded phone calls, literally stalked me, like where I went, She would follow me without me knowing. She did all of this. And I will tell you guys, I did cheat on her. But I didn't cheat on her until I don't know, it was about 3 years, 3 years after we were together. But this is way after she was doing all this crazy stuff. I really wasn't doing anything, but her ex did a lot of stuff to her, and I think she just kind of took it out on me. So anyway, we're raising Elijah together. I'm not really considering her Elijah's other parent, but more like a auntie or something. I know that she loved him, but I think that our relationship, I think that she would have sacrificed his safety for our relationship, because there was one time when I did start, you know, messing around on her, and I was at the girl's house, and the kind of, mind you, I did break up with her, but when you're still living with somebody, you ain't broke up, period. If you're still living with them, no matter what, you guys aren't really broke up, you need to leave. So that's the thing. I was broken up with her, but we lived together. I was dating somebody else, kind of, and she didn't like it. She didn't know about it, or I thought she didn't know about it. I should have known. So she came to the girl's house one night at like 3 o'clock in the morning, slashed my tires, attempted to slash the girl's tires, but they were actually the neighbor's tires. She didn't know what the girl's car was. And I left that night from the girl's house, went back home. She left Elijah home, you guys. Elijah was about one and a half. She left him and her son at home by themselves, 3 o'clock in the morning. Anything could have happened. Elijah was 1.5. Elijah was able-bodied. He could have got up and got into something. So that upset me. I left her and went back a few days later, or a week later. I had a job, but it wasn't really paying me enough to afford my own place. At that point, when I went back, I really went back because I didn't have anywhere else to go that I wanted to be. So when I got to the point where I was able to leave, now it was months in the making, maybe like 6 months, that I decided I was going to leave, but I couldn't afford to leave. So I had a plan. I made a plan and decided to leave. Executed my plan, and so happened that on the it wasn't even a day. I actually got my place, furnished it, had my place for 2 weeks, and still hadn't moved out yet. I was trying to find a good way to leave, I guess. I was feeling bad, but I wanted to leave. Just so happened that I came home one day. I guess she was texting me. I was actually at my grandmother's house, wasn't doing anything. And this time I wasn't dealing with that lady anymore. I wasn't doing anything. I was just living my life. I wasn't cheating. I was just trying to live. I came in the house. She started cussing me out. Slapped me in front of Elijah. And that was the first time that she had put her hands on me in front of Elijah, or at all since he had been born. And I was like, oh yeah, let me go. I started packing up my stuff. She was like, you ain't got nowhere to go. You'll be back. Just all kind of random stuff. And there was a lot that happened in the relationship. She tried to turn me away from my family and a lot of things that I ain't about to mention because it would take forever. But she wasn't a good girlfriend. Financially, she supported me, but that was really it. In the beginning it was different, but towards the, later, it wasn't a real relationship. So anyway, I left. I allowed her to see Elijah when I left. She found where I lived. I didn't want her to know where I lived. I just wanted to be able to drop Elijah off to her. But she searched the computer, because we shared a computer. She searched the laptop and found the address. I didn't even know she was that computer savvy at all. She pretended a lot. I don't know how, but she found my address from me looking on Craigslist, looking at apartments. I guess she narrowed it down and she found my place. She went to the gate. My name was on the gate. So she went to the gate. She called me at the gate and was like, I'm at your apartment. I'm like, what? Anyway, I felt like at that point there was nothing I could do. I let her in to get Elijah, and that was that. A lot of stuff happened in between that time. I got into a new relationship, but what made me take Elijah away from her was that I went to go pick up his clothes one day at her house. I took my girlfriend with me. That probably wasn't a good idea, but we had been broken up for a year, maybe. So it shouldn't have mattered. But I took my girlfriend with me. She grabbed his duffel bag, because he was staying with her like every other weekend. She threw it at me. And I was like, whatever, okay. Then she tried to get in the car and attack my girlfriend. So I was like, no, you're not gonna do that. I stopped her. She hit me. We started fighting. I got the best of her. That was that. She left. We left, went to my grandma's house, and my girlfriend's car was parked there. She came, she keyed the car. I came outside to see what was going on, and she bit me on my face. Why I let her get that close? The thing was, I didn't want to be fighting at my grandma's house. The neighbors were out. All my grandma's neighbors was outside. I was embarrassed. So I didn't do anything. She bit me on my face and then just started biting me. I honestly didn't really do anything. I was just like pushing her away, but I kept getting bit. I felt like a shark. I was being attacked by a shark. So at that point, I took Elijah away from her. She did it in front of him as well. He saw what happened. Elijah woke up, had nightmares about what was happening, about the fight between us, and I was like, no, you can't see him no more. So I didn't let her see him anymore. It was about a year and a half went by. She had continued to beg, and Elijah was still asking to see her, even though he had been having nightmares. He wanted to see her. He loved her. So I allowed her in his life again. She, at this point, didn't want me anymore, didn't bother me anymore, none of that. I allowed her to see him. I allowed her to take him sometimes. Not as much as she did, but she would have him maybe like once a month for a weekend or something. She'd talk to him. Then I get into a relationship with Stephanie. Everything's still the same. She's seeing him here and there, talking to him. He still seems like he loves her. Everything is great. When he's 10 years old, he says to me, she called me and she was like, Elijah's not answering my phone calls. Is he okay? I was like, yeah, he's fine. And I'm like, Elijah, TT, that's what he called her. She said, you're not answering my phone calls. He was like, I don't want to. Hey, TT, if you see this. He was like, I don't want to. He was like, I feel like she's crazy. And I was like, wow. Finally, because I wanted him to, I didn't want to take her away from him. Probably would have been a good idea too. But I do know that she loved him, but she just wasn't right. Anyway, so basically to answer your question, he doesn't see her anymore. He stopped seeing her with him when he was 10 years old. It was his choice, and I was happy about it. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to know more about us, we have a vlog channel. The link is in the description below. Set your notifications to all so you know when we post a new video, live stream premiere. And until next time, baby.
Only good vibes.
Peace.